Welcome back to the Penny Collector. Today we got a box of sealed pennies from the bank. So excited to crack into this. We got our microscope set up. We've got our list of things to search for. Got the Variety Vista website up for anything we might find. And of course, we are looking for error coins mainly, but we're also looking for old coins, wheat cents, varieties, anything we can find that's unusual or different or interesting. Excellent. Let's crack into this box. And they didn't put the coins facing straight up, so we're gonna have to quickly take a look and see if they're circulated. Yeah, they're circulated. Okay, that's what I want to make sure. I mean, some people really like it if they get a box of brand new minted coins that haven't been circulated yet. That's fine, but I don't want everything from the same year because I want to find cool defects and errors and varieties and old coins and all that kind of stuff. Cool. Great. Well, we'll get started in this, and I will bring you back in if and when I find something interesting. So just like I did before, I'm going to go through, look for these different years, line them up, look at them each, and if I find something interesting, I'll show you. Cool. Let's dive into the first roll. Just quickly at first glance, these rolls are looking really good. Nice circulation. We're getting some older ones. I can already see a couple that are in the 70s. So yes, these rolls should end up being really good. All right, the first roll didn't have any errors, but it did have a 1972S in really nice condition. So I like to keep things from the 60s and 70s that are in really nice condition. Okay, I don't really have something here. I just wanted to bring you in to talk a little bit about 1972. So in 1972, so if you look at this one, date looks normal, nothing going on there. But in 1972, there's a lot of doubling that happens. And something I wanted to point out is a lot of the times when you get doubling, in the 1972s, you'll get this little hook on the B and the R kind of going up like that. And then when you look at the date, you'll see a little bit of separation here and there. So you can see on the end how it's got that line on the side. The D, usually it's the D that shows you that it'll have it on one side or the other. And then if you look at the E, you get some separation in there. This is actually pretty common to have these little bits of separation here and there. Oh yeah, the U is a pretty popular one where it's got the extra top to it. But it's, for the most part, it's only a real double die if you see it much more prevalent on all of the letters. And usually you'll see something on the date as well. So normally if you look at the date and you don't see any doubling on the date, then you probably don't have an actual double die. Okay, I've gone through 4 rolls so far. No finds really yet, but I'd just like to show you. Here's my oldest coin so far. It's a 1959 Denver, so first year Lincoln Memorial. And we'll just take a quick gander at it. Unfortunately, no errors on it, but oldest coin so far. Hopefully we'll get some wheat pennies soon. So I've got something interesting here. It is a coin variety. So I've been using the term errors for everything, but there is a distinguish between like errors and varieties. Varieties are things that happened at the mint, like double dies and repunchment marks. Those are usually termed varieties. And then things that have like lamination or other things like that, those will be more toward error coins. Anyway, this is a 1969 Denver, and there is this variety known as the No FG, or the designer initials are missing. And part of how you can distinguish it too is it's called also the floating roof. So you can see here on the back, here's the pillars supporting the Lincoln Memorial, and there's supposed to be a pillar right there. You can see there's just a faint of it there, but it's been over polished, and so the roof itself looks like it's floating. And then if you go down to where the designer's initials are supposed to be, as you can see, they're missing. So they're supposed to be right there, and you can see just the slightest hint of a raise. So this die got over polished, or it was plugged up by grease. More likely the over polishing, because I've been noticing excessive polishing on like the front and stuff. Anyway, this is a known variety. Some people look for it, called the No FG, also known as the floating roof. So it's cool to have. It's not a great condition coin, and it doesn't like command a high value or anything. it's just interesting. Some people collect them. Some people will pay a little bit for them. But they would prefer ones that are in better condition. But still, it's cool. Okay, I've gone quite a few rolls. I've gone one full roll and about a half. Haven't found a single wheat penny. Haven't found any errors or varieties until now. So this is the second 1959 Denver I've found. And I believe it's this repunched mint mark right here, the 002. So if we go take a closer look at it, you'll see what you can see is this line here, a little bit of a line up to there, and then comes down across. Now, depending on which stage it's in, that might fade a little bit. See that? So on this one, you can see it better here and here, but it's kind of fading away. However, mine seems to follow this one a little bit better, mostly because I don't see any die chip on the back. So let's go take a look at the actual coin. So here we have it, 1959, and there it is. See, you can see that line right there, and if you look really closely, you can see the line go up to right there, and then it's faded going this way, but mine's obviously more worn than the one on the on Variety Vista, but it sure looks like it to me. Right there. Yep. I believe we have a 1959 Denver repunched mint mark 002. Thought I'd bring you in on this 1966 here. On the back it has some nice machine doubling. So if you look at the S and the T and the A, they look completely normal. And then it changes. So you got the T, but notice it's only on this part of the T and not that. A real double die would have it uniform across. And you can see how it's kind of got this nice shelf appearance on the S. Now here is where it looks a little interesting because of the wear on it. You can see it on the A. Then it kind of disappears again. Now you see it on the side of the building. See that? See that nice shelf along the side of the building? And then you do get a little bit of it down here as well. You can see it there on the inside of the C. So, a good example of machine doubling, not a double die. This didn't happen while the coin was being originally struck. It happened while it was being held by the machine and moving on to the different places that it kind of moved around a little bit. Found my first Canadian cent, 2006. And I haven't found a wheat penny yet. And we're almost done with row 2, so hopefully a wheat penny will show up. Anyway, there you go, first Canadian. I was wondering when I was going to finally find one of these. So, from the late 90s up through the mid 2000s, there's this doubling on the reverse where there's some extra columns right near Lincoln, and they're usually really small. So here's one I just found. You see that right there, that extra little column right there? Now this, unfortunately, is on a horrible example where it's just super dirty. So that's unfortunate, but normally you wouldn't see anything right there. And it's just this tiny little thing right there. So you've got Lincoln here, there's his leg, and you just got this little thing sticking out. On a regular one, if I switch it over here, on a regular one, see, there should be nothing on that side of his leg or either side. So here's a normal one that's actually in good condition. Let's go back to that one again. So there you go. Let me center it again. Okay. So there you have it. Right there on the side. Now, these aren't very rare because there are a lot of them. And if you go look at the website, in 2001 alone, there's 39 varieties. And I was looking very closely, and I'm pretty sure it's the variety number 35. I had to look at quite a few. But if we just want to take a closer look, that's kind of how it looks. We go back to this, and it looks pretty much like that. So, yeah. And like I said, there are tons of these. So even if we went backward, look at that. You got these huge lists. See, 2004 is where they got the most. There's 68 different ones. And so, as you can see, mine has 2 lists, so mine's more common as well. Anyway, I'm pretty sure it's the 035. So, just wanted to point that out. I'm debating whether I actually want to keep these ones. since there's such a minor reversed double die, but it is a double die on the reverse. Well, I'll hold on to it for now. Then I'll decide what I want to do with it later. Okay, finally, second row, almost to the end, and we finally got our first wheat penny. There it is, a 1955 Denver. I'll take a look at it and see if it's got any defects, or errors, I mean, or variety, or whatever. All right, if it does, I'll bring it back in. Otherwise, I'll just keep going and keep looking for stuff. Here I am on the roll just after that first wheat penny I finally found, the 55, and it's another one. It's a 47, right near the end of the roll, just at the end of row 2. Nice. Now maybe we're going to start hitting into wheat pennies. Okay, we have an interesting one here. I am pretty sure I found something. It's a 1989 Denver, and to me it looks like a repunchment mark. You've got this nice separation here, and it curves with it, and then you can kind of see it occur down here. And there it looks like there's a little bit in that side of the D as well. That looks like a repunchment mark to me. It really does. Here, let me compare it with a regular one. And this one's even a bit worn, okay? I mean, look at that. That D is a lot thinner on the top and bottom than mine. This one is thicker. And you can definitely see something going on there. See that? So I'm trying to match up what this is, and I'm not sure if I've got it or not. So they have 10 different varieties here. One thing is they don't have pictures for this, so I don't know. But this is the closest I could find it to, was this one. So let's quickly take a look at this. So, see, you don't really see it at the top, but you definitely see at the bottom what looks like happening at my bottom. Ignore this zinc stuff right here. That's pretty common with these coins. But you see that separation along the bottom of the D? You don't see it at the top, but I wonder if mine's just in better condition. If we go back to mine, see, it's getting that on the bottom a bit. Mine just looks a lot better at the top. Yeah, I don't know for certain, but to me it looks like a repunchment mark, and this is the closest one I can find it to. So I don't know for sure. I'm going to say it probably is this one, because it just doesn't really fit any of the others. All the other ones go left or right, pretty much. What do you guys think? I think it's a repunchment mark. It really looks like one. Guess what? It's another 2001, and on the reverse, looks like we got another doubled column on the reverse here next to Lincoln. So it looks like it's pretty much just there. I've been trying to see if there's any more around, and I've been trying to match it, and I've been having a hard time, but I think this one's the closest. It's the 014, and see, that looks pretty much like mine on that side. It says there's also something on his knee and in between his knees. I'm not really seeing that. It might be mine's just not in as good a condition. I don't know. And there is the slight possibility that maybe it's one that he doesn't have, because there's so many. You know, there's so many different ones that maybe he just doesn't have this one up here. Anyway, that's something. So this one's a 69S as opposed to 69 Denver, and it's the same thing, over polishing. It's got the floating ceiling, see where it's been over polished, and so it doesn't connect. And then if you go look at for the designer's initials, they've been worn off. So I'm assuming that's a fairly common thing, but I see people actually like putting them online and stuff, so I'll hold on to it. I just found something really interesting. I'm still trying to figure it out. So it's a 1969 Philadelphia. I don't see a lot of 69 Philadelphias. Usually they're, Denver, San Francisco, because that's where I'm close to. But this one is really nice. It looks, beautiful. But to me it looks off. It looks too good. Almost like a proof coin. But I don't think they've made proof coins in Philadelphia. I think it was just San Francisco that did proof coins. I don't know. It looks off to me. Or maybe it is a 69 that just hasn't really been in circulation and it's in beautiful condition. I'm keeping it either way. I mean, If it is just a really, really high quality, basically uncirculated 1969, then awesome. Either way, I'm keeping it. Really cool. Here we are with my third 2001 double die reverse. Remember, there were so many different ones. This time, though, I was able to pinpoint exactly which one it was. So there you see the doubled column right there. And this one happens to be the 009. And you can see it right there. Of course, this one's better condition than mine. Mine's worn. But yeah. 2001 double die reverse column. It's the 009 variety. More machine doubling. It extends all along the motto. You can see the shelf-like doubling. Yep. So I'm into the fourth row now, and finally got another wheat penny. This will be my third, and it is a 1945. All right, nice to finally see another wheat penny. Are there any more right here? Nope. Okay. Third wheat penny, 1945. Almost done with the fourth row. And this one, the second coin in, was a wheat penny. So let's flip this around and see what the date is. Looks like a 52 Denver. All right, that's wheat penny number 4. I just started into the final row. I'm the second one in, and we've got our wheat penny number 5. No, 4. No, 5. Okay. I thought I had 4 stacked over there. Yeah, we got 4 right there. Oh, just a heads up. So I don't film everything, but these are Canadian cents. So I'm up to 3 Canadians. And over here I put all the ones that are kind of nice condition that I'm going to hold on to. Anyway, it's pretty ugly on the back. Let's take a look at the front. 1940. I think it's a 1940 with a mint mark. Let's put it under the scope. Let's see what it shows us. All right, what do we got? Okay, it's a 1940 Denver. And in that condition, if it had any kind of error, we would not see it. Oh well. It's still a wheat penny. Okay, we're down to the 5th to last roll. And finally got another wheat penny, and it is a 1928. Wow. That's a good date to get in a penny box. And it's in pretty good condition, too, for a 28. Nice. That's a good find. Keep that. All right, second to last roll. I've got another 1989 Denver. If you remember the other one I found earlier, had what I thought might be a repunch mint mark. Same boat here. It might be a repunch mint mark. See how thick it gets through here? And it doesn't quite look like damage because it curves with the D. See how that goes like that and then curves up? I can't really see anything else. And if we go, it does fit the 001 or the 005. If you take a look at these, both of them have that thickness going on around here. It's got a little bit of a hook there and up at the top. This is better condition than mine though, so I can't really see. And then there's this one, 005, which once again, probably not that one. See how it's got this little there, and then the thickness is mostly on the right, not down. If it's anything, it's probably the 001. That's the one it really looks the most like. Let's go back to it. See that? So, can't confirm if it is or not. I'm not certain, but I think it is. So definitely holding on to it. And that's it for this hunt. So, only about half the wheat pennies I got in the previous box, but that's actually pretty normal. About 5 wheat pennies is pretty normal. A 28, though, in good condition is really unusual. Lots of decent varieties, and a definite, one of them's at least a repunchment mark, so that's great. And then plenty that are in really good condition. So All in all, that was a really good box hunt. I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, happy coin roll hunting.